Ever imagined living on Mars? That red planet that looks cool in movies is actually full of dangers. In this fun fact story, we'll uncover why humans are actually not suited to live on Mars. From toxic air to the human body's unpreparedness, we'll discuss it all in a casual yet mind-blowing way. Imagine moving to Mars. Red skies, dust everywhere. Looks cool like in the movies. But hold on, the moment you open your helmet even briefly, boom! You don't die slowly, you die instantly, because Mars is not friendly to human lungs. First problem, air. On Earth, we breathe oxygen without thinking. On Mars, 95% of its atmosphere is carbon dioxide. Oxygen is just a tiny trace, so if you live on Mars, you'd be totally dependent on oxygen tanks. Run out? That's it, game over. Then there's air pressure. The pressure on Mars is super low. If you stand there unprotected, the water in your body could boil. Not because of heat, but because the pressure drops so low. So the human body is literally not designed for extreme conditions like this. The temperature isn't friendly either. Mars's average temperature is minus 60 degrees Celsius. Nights can get even colder. Without advanced technology, the human body would freeze like an ice cube. Not just regular cold, but lethal cold. Relax, there are spacesuits, you say. Yes, but those suits are complicated, heavy, and super expensive. You can't just casually take an evening stroll. One small mistake, the system fails, oxygen leaks, and your life is down to counting seconds. Moving on to radiation. Mars doesn't have a strong magnetic field like Earth. That means cosmic radiation directly hits the planet's surface. This radiation can damage DNA, increase cancer risk, and slowly destroy the human body from the inside. On Earth, our atmosphere acts like a natural shield. On Mars, there's almost no protection. Living there long-term without extra protection is like sunbathing under a giant sun filled with harmful radiation. Mars's gravity is also different, only about 38% of Earth's gravity. It might be fun at first, jumping high like a superhero, but in the long run, human muscles and bones will weaken because they're not used to such low gravity. Astronauts who spend a long time in space can already suffer from bone loss. Imagine living on Mars for years. Returning to Earth? You might not even be able to stand. The human body is actually quite pampered. It really belongs on Earth. About water. Mars is dry. There is ice, but processing it is really difficult. Clean water, there is a treasure. Mismanage the water recycling system. You could die of thirst even while surrounded by advanced technology. Food is also a big problem. Martian soil contains a toxic substance called perchlorate. This substance is dangerous for humans. So, planting vegetables carelessly? You could end up poisoned. Farming on Mars is far more complicated than just planting chilies at home. Not to mention the psychological aspect. Living on an alien planet. Red skies, no oceans, no forests, no rain. Humans need natural variety. If all you see is iron, dust, and enclosed spaces, your mental health could seriously decline. Imagine living for years in cramped spaces, seeing the same people all the time. Can't go outside freely. Can't go home whenever you want. Small stresses can turn into big conflicts. Mars isn't just a physical test, but a mental one too. Communication isn't instant either. A message from Mars to Earth can take 4 to 24 minutes. So if there's an emergency, you can't immediately call for help. Everything has to be faced alone, without quick assistance. Technology on Mars has to be perfect. One loose bolt, one system error, and the consequences could be fatal. On Earth, if the power goes out, you can still step outside. On Mars, a power outage could mean the end for an entire colony. And don't forget, Mars often has dust storms. These storms can cover the entire planet for weeks. Solar panels get covered, power drops, visibility zero. Living on Mars is like living in a desert on an extreme level. Many say, we can build a colony. We can, but it's incredibly expensive. The cost isn't billions, but trillions, and even that is still experimental. One small mistake, and the entire mission could fail completely without a second chance. The point is, Mars is beautiful from afar, but cruel up close. This planet wasn't made for humans. We can visit briefly, do research, then go home. But to live normally, Mars isn't ready yet, and may never be. Even so, humans remain stubborn dreamers, because curiosity is stronger than fear. We want to know the limits of our own abilities, but dreams and reality are often far apart, and Mars is a prime example. So before saying, let's just move to Mars, remember one thing: Earth is our best home so far. In the next story, we'll discuss: can Mars be changed so that one day it could truly be habitable for humans? In the previous story, we learned that Mars is harsh, but humans don't give up easily. The question now is, can Mars be changed so that humans can live there? This idea is called terraforming. It sounds cool, but in reality, it's extremely complicated. Terraforming means altering a planet's environment to resemble Earth's, from the air, temperature, to water. The problem is, Mars lost its thick atmosphere billions of years ago. Restoring it isn't like inflating a balloon, it's a cosmic-scale, crazy project. One idea: releasing greenhouse gases to warm up Mars. But where do the gases come from? The amount needed is astronomically huge. Even if all of Earth's technology were combined, it might still not be enough to warm an entire planet. Another idea is to crash icy asteroids into Mars to add water. It sounds simple, but directing asteroids is super dangerous. A slight miscalculation could damage Mars even more, or even destroy it completely, instead of helping. The magnetic field issue is also unresolved. Without a magnetic field, any new atmosphere on Mars will slowly be stripped away by solar wind. So, even if we succeed in creating air, it could eventually vanish again. It's like filling a leaky bucket without plugging the hole. There's an idea to create an artificial giant magnetic field, but it would have to be the size of a planet. The energy required? Insane. Even Earth today isn't capable of providing that much energy for just one project. Okay, let's say all that succeeds. Humans would still have to live in enclosed domes for hundreds of years. Our grandchildren might be the first to breathe Martian air without a helmet, and even that might not be completely safe. Then there's body adaptation. Living long-term in low gravity could change human bone and muscle structure. Humans on Mars might end up with bodies different from Earthlings. It's like accelerated evolution, but full of risks. Radiation remains a specter. Even with domes, the protection must be extra thick. That means living in enclosed spaces with minimal natural sunlight. Long-term, this could affect both physical and mental health. Economics is also a headache. Who would pay to live on Mars? The cost of shipping goods from Earth to Mars is absurdly high. One small mistake could leave a colony without supplies. If the colony fails to be self-sufficient, it would depend entirely on Earth. And if Earth is in crisis, Mars would suffer too. So Mars can't yet be the backup planet many people imagine. So why is it still being researched? Because Mars is a natural laboratory. From Mars, we learn about climate change, planetary destruction, and Earth's future. Mars is like a mirror of the future if we don't take care of our own home. Ironically, it's easier to fix Earth than to change Mars. But humans are sometimes more interested in running away than solving problems. Yet Earth is still far more hospitable than any other planet we know. Mars teaches us one important lesson. Life is fragile. A slight change in temperature, atmosphere, or magnetic field, and everything could collapse. And that's exactly what's slowly happening to Earth right now. So the dream of going to Mars isn't just about moving to another planet, it's about learning to survive. The technology developed for Mars could actually be used to save Earth's environment. One day, humans might be able to live on Mars, but it won't be anytime soon and not without enormous sacrifices. Mars isn't a new paradise, but a testing ground for human courage and intelligence. If you're alive now, you'll most likely only see Mars in photos and movies. But knowledge about Mars can make us appreciate the Earth we stand on today even more. This planet has free air, abundant water, and just the right gravity. Things that seem trivial, but out there, they are rare luxuries. So when you hear people say, it's okay if it gets ruined, we have Mars. Remember one thing, Mars is a backup for dreams, not a backup for life. The conclusion is simple. We can't live on Mars now, and transforming it is super difficult. So before thinking about moving to another planet, perhaps the most sensible step is to take good care of Earth starting today. And if you like stories like this, or are interested in similar topics, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. By subscribing, you won't miss out on other exciting content. In the next video, there will be an even more interesting topic. It could be more mysterious, more entertaining, or even more surprising than you imagined. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell to stay updated. Likes and comments also help this channel grow. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.